entire life. Over the course of 50 years, 894 people have hosted Saturday Night Live, and it amazes me that only 2 of them have committed murder.
And so, guys, welcome to Saturday Night Live and the real life murders, the real life murderers, or certainly the real life guys, hosts that were prosecuted for murders, right? Real life murder charges against them, and they both beat the rap. And who are they? Well, let's start off. Saturday Night Live, of course, everyone's still talking about the 50th show, the 50th celebration special. I loved it just this past weekend on Sunday. And everyone is still just marveling at seeing so many stars. Cher, Jack Nicholson, Paul McCartney performs. Meryl Streep. First time Meryl Streep was ever on Saturday Night Live. I was shocked. Most people thought for sure she had hosted. She never hosted, and she never appeared in a skit. Because sometimes an actor or celebrity will come on and just do a skit or two and join the fun. Like Alec Baldwin over the years, he always hosts. He's hosted, I guess, more times than anybody. But he'll just come on to play, so to speak, as a sketch player. And Dana Carvey's done it many times. A lot of them come back. But the real life murders or the real life hosts that were accused, prosecuted for murders, this happened because John Mulaney, who was a writer on SNL for years, and now he's a big stand-up comedian and an actor, he cracked a joke on the opener with Steve Martin. And it's a great, I was just shocked when I heard it. Awesome. This is what he said. We writers really appreciate the tribute, but I believe the heart and soul of this show is the celebrity hosts, many of whom are in this room tonight. As I look around, I see some of the most difficult people I have ever met in my entire life. And he's saying this to Steve Martin. And then he says, over the course of 50 years, 894 people have hosted Saturday Night Live, and it amazes me that only 2 of them have committed murder. Now, what's interesting, of course, they were prosecuted for murder, but they both were found not guilty. And who is John Mulaney talking about? O.J. Simpson and Robert Blake. Both of them killing or being found guilty in civil court, because in criminal court they were both acquitted, found not guilty. But both men were found guilty or liable in the civil trial. O.J. Simpson murdered, or the civil court said he did murder, Nicole Brown Simpson, and Robert Blake was said to murder his second wife, Bonnie Lee Bakley. So this is just, again, everyone I know, articles, you look them up, everyone's talking still about Saturday Night Live and the 50th special, but we're all talking about John Mulaney's joke, because a lot of people didn't know who it was he was referring to. At the time when I was watching, I said, oh, it's got to be O.J. Simpson. I didn't know. I forgot, Robert Blake. That was during the sort of weak years when Robert Blake hosted. O.J. Simpson hosted in 1978, and the musical guest was Ashford and Simpson. And he was dressed as a cone head, O.J. Simpson, as you can see here, as a cone head. And Robert Blake, he hosted in 1982, and the musical guest was Kenny Loggins. And I don't remember that one. Again, that was during sort of the weak years. A couple seasons were kind of weak. And I didn't watch it much back then. And the O.J. Simpson, I barely remember as well. But there you go. You've got 894 hosts that have hosted Saturday Night Live, and only 2, as John Mulaney said, was ever accused or were real life murder connected, because they were found not guilty in criminal, but they were found liable in civil. So it all depends on what you want to look at, right? So guys, I urge you, if you have not watched the special, the Saturday Night Live special is awesome. I think it's one of the best. Some people have criticized some of the skits. Some might be weak, weaker and a little less strong than others, but overall, it's a great show. If you're a Saturday Night Live fan, you should love it. So guys, give us your feedback. Tell us what you're thinking about this and everything else. Hope you're subscribing. Hope you're enjoying. See you soon.